Good afternoon. Well, I haven't really posted too much, or I haven't recorded any more videos. I was going strong after I got the diagnosis. I don't know if I was going strong, but I was motivated, I guess. And then I had a CAT scan that showed that it hadn't spread to my organs. It's huge, huge. In the sense that that's going to cut down on a lot of healing time. If it had been in my organs, obviously treatment would be a lot different. And so that's good. So I got the news, and I thought that I would be very happy, and I'd want to come on and talk about that. But for some reason, I didn't, and I was shying away from it, from recording any more videos. And I'm not sure exactly why. But I figured today, I've been trying to keep busy, really busy, working on the third floor here, because nothing happens in a vacuum, Life happens while things are around, while sickness happens, life happens, things happen, so there was so many projects I wanted to do this summer, and a lot of them are going to either be put on hold or someone else is going to have to do, unfortunately. So I think I'm looking at maybe an 8-week recovery. Let's knock on wood that it's no more than 8 weeks. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was a mistake or not, but I joined a colon cancer support group on Facebook, and it really kind of, I think it bothered me in the sense that, excuse me, the bat. I'm out here. Oh, look, a cow. I do get distracted. I apologize. But a bat during the day, that's kind of rare here. I'm out on my pond. We bought a house last August. First time I've ever bought a house. It was magical. It was a magical time. It's a magical property. As you can see, this is my backyard. Part of it. I have also another acre plus there. That we have a lot of plans for. We want to make some major gardens and other things. But this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Maybe I'll pan around and show it to you a little bit. But anyway, so I decided to come down and do that. So back to the Facebook thing. I just realized that there's a lot of people out there struggling, and when I think about that, that makes me emotional in a sense that. Right now I'm not struggling. I'm challenged, I'd say, emotionally and mentally to, sort of understand what's going on, understand what's going to go on, and just hoping I can deal with it spiritually, emotionally, physically. But there are a lot of really sick people out there. A lot of people that are struggling, and a lot of people that are a lot worse off than I am, and it makes me realize just how well I have it. So I'm very grateful for that part of it, and I'm very grateful for everything. I'm grateful for each day, and I hope that continues. I hope my gratitude and my everything just goes, continues to grow. Here comes that bat again, flying right over my head. Oh, dude, I don't know if you can see it. What's he going for? Never see a bat during the day. I never have anyway. But it's such a beautiful day here up in New Hampshire. The weather is it's really the first week that we've hit 60s. And it feels like, oh, thank you, God. It really does wonders for the soul. So when I was thinking today about should I continue to do this video thing, is it just self-obsession? Is there anything will this help anyone? Or will it just help me? If it helps me, I'm okay with it. But ideally, I'd like any part of my life to be of benefit to others. So, maybe this will be beneficial. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I was feeling good. After I got the news that it hadn't spread to any of the organs, I was psyched. I was like, oh God, this is easy. It's just going to be, it's like taking the tonsils out or something like that. And for those people that do have it, and you've been through this, I don't mean to minimize the struggle at all, and I'm sure I'm going to go through it. And that's one of the reasons why I joined the support group, because I was thinking, am I just deluding myself here? Or, what am I in for? Am I in for big trouble, or am I, I don't know. And no, I realize no one can answer that. I mean, everybody's different. Some people have, some people said they went home after 4 days in the hospital. Other people said they were in for 2 weeks. A lot of people had to have radiation and chemo. Some people chose not to have radiation and chemo. I'm not sure where I am on that. I'm hoping it's not even an issue. I hope I don't have to worry about it. But if it is, I don't know what I'm going to do, That's something I have to think about. I've been looking at other videos of people that have decided not to even get surgery. For some reason, I just don't think that's going to be my option. I think that if anyone could beat it with lifestyle change, it would be me, because I just feel like the cancer that's there is not as invasive as it is in a lot of other people. But I also know that I know myself, and I'm afraid I won't do what needs to be done. This sounds stupid. I can't even believe I say that. But I'm really, I feel like having the surgery will be a motivator in a way. As crazy as that sounds, I almost hate myself for saying it because it sounds so stupid. But it's, I don't know. And I also think that maybe it'll take that worry off of my mind, that what's happening. Is that cancer growing even faster? Why did I even bother getting a colonoscopy if I was not going to do anything about it, you know what I mean? So I was lucky in that sense that the colonoscopy came up when it did. Other people I saw, they said that their oncologist said that the tumor or whatever they had in their colon had been growing for 10 years plus, and they felt absolutely fine, and then they got the colonoscopy. Or they discovered it somehow. Some people found out through symptoms. I did not, so that's a good thing. So anyway, having said all that, I was very positive after the CAT scan. Should I take these off? Should I see my eyes? I was very positive after the CAT scan. But the last few days have been tough, especially here in the homestead. We call it the homestead. Especially here in the homestead, there's been some family issues. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with the cancer. It's just, as I said earlier, it's life. Life happens. People, you'd like to think that, you get a diagnosis of cancer, everyone everyone rises to their best behavior and says, what, we're going to support you in this, and we're going to be awesome, and we're going to create a life that, that will promote healing, But, with a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, and others, that doesn't happen. So, and that's okay, It's okay that everyone is going on business as usual. But it's a challenge. It can be a challenge, man. And everyone knows that it can be very challenging to deal with other people's problems when your problem may seem a little larger, and it's not. My problem isn't any larger than my 10-year-old's, my 10-year-old's problems, or my 13-year-old, 15-year-old. Their problems are just as big, if not bigger, because they don't have the experience of knowing that this too shall pass, and this too shall pass, and it will pass for them, and it will pass for me. I just really want everyone just to be happy and to be peaceful and just haven't been able to create that, firmly in their spirits right now. Working on it, trying, but we'll see. But the challenge of me disappearing in a week, not that I'm going to disappear for good, but I'm going to the hospital in 10 days. And then who knows how I'm going to be, how is that challenge? How am I going to be able to deal with that? How am I going to be able to deal with being sick and having a, 10-year-old throw a temper tantrum? Or how am I going to be feeling sick and having, one of the other kids being very depressed or whatever, I just hope that I can deal with it. And I have a loving, very loving partner. And I believe that I have a lot of loving people in my life. If I open up to that. So that's where I'm at. But I've been having these issues, not issues, but weird kind of, like when I get in bed at night, the witching hour, the darkness, whatever, it's the alone time, when everything is still and your thoughts are allowed to not be distracted by the noise of the day. I'm remodeling the 3rd floor today, helping the plumber out, running up and down stairs, banging things, breaking things, lifting things. It's very distracting. You don't have much time to think about anything else. But at night, you do. And for the most part, I've been okay, and I'm lucky that I've noticed the self-talk in the sense that, I start to worry, and your mind just starts to follow that thread of thought far afield to a place of imagination, to a place of unreality. And then I say to myself, often out loud, I'll say, Sean, you're imagining this, and this imagination is creating discomfort. It's creating this tension. And there's no need to be tense over imagination. Deal with what you know, what is real. So I try very hard to do that. I'm pretty good at it. I feel like I am. But it was interesting. The other night I had this vision. I guess it was a vision. It was weird. I was awake. But I had this thought come into my head. And I had this vision of me in I don't know what it was. Was it a refrigerator or it was a box of some sort? I mentioned it to my nephew, and he said, it sounds like a coffin. And it definitely wasn't a coffin. It was upright. But I was in there, and there was a lot of cushions and stuff. And someone closed the door. And in this vision, I had the choice of screaming for help or remaining silent, screaming for help and possibly running out of air and dying, or remaining silent and possibly dying because no one knew. They wouldn't know that I'm in there, So as I'm laying there, I'm going, man, that is so weird. It's a weird thought, but it was, it's cool. I love the way the brain will create different things to give you a lesson. To give you a lesson. I'm not sure what that lesson is, and I'm not even sure, what it means, but I just thought it was interesting. I'm not sure if any of you have had that experience. I apologize, I'm hiccuping. Have had that experience, but it was interesting. Anyway, so, crying out for help. I have been wondering, whether I should post these videos. That has been something. I still haven't decided to do that. And whether or not I should post on social media and let everyone know, let all my friends, except that with social media, 90% of the people I'm friends with on Facebook are not my friends. They're acquaintances or some people that know me, maybe. And a portion of them are friends, and there are people, a portion of them are people that I really care about. And I believe care about me as well. But do I start that dialogue on social media? Do I post it? What do I do? I'm not sure. That's another thing I'm wondering about. So there's a lot of uncertainty in my head. Like, what do I do? How do I deal with this? Blah, blah, blah. But today I'm dealing with it by making the decision to make another video. I think that's good. It allows me to talk out loud. and not that I don't talk out loud about it. I do talk to Melissa and people how to listen. Um, and it also allows me to do maybe something creative. I consider this to be creativity. Turn cancer into art, man. That's cool. I like that. See, I don't know if anyone's coined that phrase, but I like it. Maybe we'll see if we can make a website around that. I don't know. Create a television show around it. I don't know. But it's all a work in process. And here, I mean, it's a work in progress. And here I am. So anyway, just another opportunity to share what's going on with me, and a good excuse to come and sit on the dock. This dock needs some work, man. That was another thing I was going to do this summer. It's going to rebuild this thing. That's not going to happen now unless any of you want to come to a dock building party. We'll figure that out. But right now, this is going to have to be. It needs some work. It needs some tender love and care. Let me tell you that. It's a little rough. But not so rough that I can't come out here and sit and enjoy it. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to continue to do it. Try to just stay relaxed, stay peaceful. The solitude out here is amazing. You can hear a plane overhead right now, but that's pretty much the only sound I can hear, besides the ringing in my ear. Tinnitus. I don't know if any of you guys have it, but that's another thing. I've learned to live with it. I've learned to just sort of, sometimes it lulls me to sleep, but lately it's been a little loud. Anyway, go off on these tangents. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be able to share this with you. So I guess that's it for now. I'm going to sign off and say see you. Thank you so much. And if you do have cancer, if you're going through this, you're not alone. Reach out. Reach out to, here I am wondering, is this right? Am I doing the right thing? Should I do this? Should I do that? It's part of the process. I imagine that everyone goes through that. And if you go through the same thing, please comment on the video and let me know. Tell me what it is. Tell me what your experience is. And, we're in this together. We're all, whether we have cancer or not, we're in this world together. And we might as well try to support each other. So if you are feeling isolated, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like no one cares, or if you're feeling like, you're being smothered, whatever it is going on, if it's negative or challenging in any way, just know that you're not alone, and you've got this. We've got your back. Those of us that have cancer, and those of us that don't, you're loved, definitely. And I love you, and I appreciate you. So, thank you, and we'll talk later. I see my battery about to die. All right, take care. Bye.